Hello YouTube, we're back again. It's me, Gareth Beavis, Phones and Tablets Editor, and we're here to check out the new iPad Pro. Now this is big. This is big both figuratively and literally, and I'm really excited to check it out. It's a new product from Apple, it's a new size of a thing from Apple, and we don't get that very often. You know, the iPhones, the iPads have been very stable for a couple of years now, so the iPad Pro is big, and I'm really looking forward to checking it out. It's a standard Apple box in terms of it's white, it's clean, the lines are very obvious. You know what this is. It's an iPad Pro, it's a little design of it on the side. Let's get straight in. And it's free. So here we go with the iPad itself. It's massive, and let's be honest, it takes up the whole box. It's covered in its lovely little plastic, and it's really heavy straight away. You know, you get used to with Apple products thinking they're really, really light. You know, iPhones especially, you pick them up, you're used to it being just a really light thing in the hand. This is much heavier, it's much weightier. So just before we take that off, let's have a look what's in the box itself. I like the cable already. I like that circular design. Usually it's all looped up separately and you pull it away straight apart. This, I feel like, you know, I'd rather have that separately, you know, keep that by itself. It's actually quite nice. The connector, standard from Apple, and again, just the usual bump in the box. Got here the pin tool, the SIM tool as usual, and just some basic information about the iPad, and some lovely stickers in case you want to say, you know what, this isn't Apple enough already, let's get some more in there. So, just put those back away that way. And underneath the connector for the adapter itself, this should just slot together very easily. And there we go, we've got a high amp output, so you can charge the iPad Pro a lot more quickly. Makes sense given it's got loads of battery and you want to do it quickly. So let's just all move that to one side and get into the device itself. Now, again, this is big, like I said, it's really heavy. I love the plastic, just comes off nice and easily in one fluid motion. Pop that down there. And yeah, you can see this is big, just get rid of some of those smudges. The bezels themselves are actually a lot thinner. You know, the iPad Air and Air 2, they're a little bit thicker, so this is actually good for holding in one hand, doesn't interfere with the screen too much. You'll have the technology that stops the thumb from interacting a little bit, but ultimately it's definitely less bezel heavy. On the back itself, it's a very nice, smooth metal design. It came from the iPad Mini, sorry, a couple of years ago, and I really like the curved edges. It feels nice in the hand. It's a good sort of solid design that Apple's really worked with for a long time, and it's actually working. On the sides, it's a shame we've lost the rocker switch up here. It was really nice to be able to silence stuff, you know, middle of the night when stuff started bleeping and you wanted to just turn it off, but it's on screen now, it's not the end of the world. Power button there. Now, the biggest thing we've got here is the 4 speaker grills. You know, this is actually for a more immersive, almost surround sound thing when you're watching movies on the iPad. Usually we've had a mono-directional speaker. It's been okay, but it's only fired one way. Now this is 4, so when you're holding it like that, you're getting a lot of sound still coming towards you, even though it's facing slightly away. You know, the effect when I checked it out earlier was really, really, really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing the full review now. And let's just switch it on. That's a big screen. That's the only one way to say about it. It's a big screen. Just open it up with a passcode. We've used an easy one there just so we don't have to worry about it too much, but obviously in real life a bit safer. As you can see, it's a big iPad. I mean, you wouldn't expect anything more. There are other things here that you really would understand as an iPad Pro being larger. First one being the smart connector here. That actually allows you to connect in keyboards, which means that you can transfer data, you can transfer power. So keyboards don't need to be Bluetooth connected, they don't need a separate power source. Everything comes from the iPad itself. So it'd be a simple case of getting this, popping it down, and you're into a different mode. But as a tablet itself, again, yeah, it's quite weighty. You would definitely want to use it in 2 hands for an extended period, although one hand for just browsing is quite manageable. And yeah, generally it's the iPad but bigger, but there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of power, a lot of things to get really, really excited about. So I'm looking forward to giving this a full review, bringing you guys the results, and hopefully you'll think the same too.